Okay, hello. I'm just gonna be quickly breaking down gold for probably the last time for a while, as I believe we're at a very critical point. As you can see, if you go to the weekly chart, this week gold took a massive hit of almost, almost 1,200 pips. Obviously, it was due to mainly because of the Feds announcing that they will be hiking interest rates sooner than expected, which caused a lot of fear in the market. But personally, I believe it is a huge overreaction to what's actually happening. I believe with the rising inflation cannot be ignored. So I do believe that gold will definitely bounce back. If we start marking up our zones of support and resistance, as you can see, we are at a very key level. As you can see, we've got a massive head and shoulders pattern on the high time frame. Got the head here, left shoulder there, head here, and we could be having potential formation of the right head. Now, for me personally, I think we will definitely bounce back next week. However, in terms of entries, what I will be looking for is entries at 1750-ish. Reasoning for that is I believe that we still have a tiny bit more downside to take out this low here, as there would be liquidity in forms of buy stops, sell stops where these would be triggered if gold was to go past these levels. And not only this, but there's a trend line that I've been watching carefully. If we draw it from here, as you can see, 1 touch, 2 touch, 3, 4, I think it should hold. So in terms of entries, 194 would be my ideal entry point. 194, obviously previous resistance there. Trading on a 500 on a over leveraged account, stops would be 45 pips. Under this is also an imbalance which I identified before. If we go identify it now, actually, the 15 minute, you can see there's two imbalances. You could argue that this one has been filled by price action before, but here, this is the one I'm targeting, which does fall around the 153 level. Okay, let's draw that out from there. So that would give us enough breathing room in terms of stop loss. In terms of what I expect to play out, something similar to this, what happened back in December last year. We had a massive move to the downside, one last push, and then we flew off back up. I do think that gold has massive potential this year. Definitely, if we manage to get entries, we'll be holding until 1930 first, as I believe we do have a bit of resistance there from this previous point here, and 1950, which this time I do believe will break despite the massive resistance. And then ultimately the goal would be to reach the 2000, the all-time highs, which would give us a 3000 pip potential. So yes, that is my take on gold. This is probably the final video I'll be making on it if this doesn't play out, as I don't know, there'll be better opportunities elsewhere. It's very messy at the moment. Another confluence that I had was the actual date of Monday. If I've been studying planetary movements and how they affect the markets, and although some of it is a bit stupid, there's this thing called a solstice. It happens on the 21st of June, March, September, and December, and from that point, the market makes a low. If we go, I think I've mentioned it before, but the market usually makes the low. So on Monday should be the low, whether we reach here or not. Probably enter on Monday, where I would expect gold first. The path I'd like it to make would be something along the lines of first a drop on Monday, then a rebound on Tuesday, a big rebound. Let's take out this candle here, then a bit of consolidation in the next few days, then a slow grind up back to all-time highs. Let me clear the chart for now. This is where I will be entering. Okay, this is a plan for me. Saad, if you're watching, you might want to do the same. But okay, let me break it down. So 154 would be entry number 1. So that is entry number 1. Okay, that's 1.21 lot size. Entry number 2 there, and as you can see, I'll be loading up on buys up until 1780, where I let gold do its thing, rise a bit higher, pull back to 1800, take a buy from here, take buys from here, 1815 actually, sorry. 1815 is strong support, so if we break above that, take buys there, buys here, and buys once more here. So altogether should have about 10 positions. If we work out the profit potential, let's say £8.60, I'm aiming for around minimum 50,000 in profit. So yes, inshallah this plays out. Peace.
That nigga Nina, he got way too much pride. Ask these rappers for a feature, I got way too much pride. Bitch on me wife or skeezer, I got way too much pride. Whip on the 3 liters, I got way too much pride.